All right, so it's D-1, D-Day -1. We've got Friday Night Fights, Lothlann here with his tournament list. So I won't post this, so we'll keep it secret up until tomorrow night. But what do you got here? What do you got?
So 6 BA-64s, the Scout cars, 4 SU-85s.
With the red stars, excellent.
7 T-60s.
Yep.
6 Matildas with the 1 IC.
Okay.
8 Stuarts.
And
2 SU-152s.
Nice. And you're the attacker, and it is fighting with draw, right?
Yes, it is.
And you were playing train guy Sean Morris. He just got into town, and you're using what's your list?
I got a Pioneer Company.
Okay.
So I got a 10-stand Pioneer platoon here.
Okay.
I got the HQ in there as well. I got 4 Panzer ends spread across here. Okay. I got Nebs in the back. Yep. Yep. I have a second 10-strong Pioneer platoon here. Yep. Got the 2 IC in there. I got Stukas on standby, and I got 4 Martyr 1s in
ambush.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, and I think the attacker gets to always go first on this one?
Yeah, he's got first turn.
All right, so we'll catch up to turn 1. Here we go. All right, so apparently turn 1 is complete. What happened? So the gravy train moved up?
Yeah,
all my stuff moved up, and I didn't shoot because it moved more than 6.
Oh, yeah.
So I knew I couldn't hit him because he's all dug in.
Dug in, right. And so he did what? Stayed dug in over there?
Here I stayed dug in. I used the company command to range in Nebs on the T-60s. I hit, but didn't hit any of those, but I did kill one of the assault guns.
Okay. Did the Nebs not come with their own observers?
They do, but he's actually over here. So
he had to take the +1 for the
I took the +1. Right. So the Panzer ends swung out. They fired a shot there. They
bailed out.
No, they killed. These destroyed actually. The dice destroyed.
Okay.
Over here, these guys sat tight. I didn't bring my ambush in, but I did bring planes. 1 Stuka came in, ranged in on 6 Matildas, killed 1. So he made some good saves. So
that's not bad.
Reset.
Cool.
Yep.
So turn 2. Here we go. Okay. So what happened? Your turn.
Moved up.
Yeah.
My Stuarts couldn't hit anything. These shot. I think I hit 1, but it bounced off the front.
You bailed it. Yeah.
I bailed it.
Yeah, you bailed this guy.
My little guy got bogged down trying to cross the train tracks.
Uh-oh. So only this one made it?
Yeah, well the other ones couldn't get across.
Oh, right.
Because of the distance. Yeah.
Okay. And then I see a bunch of destroyed stuff, so it looks like he hit back.
Yep.
He sprung his ambush, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the martyrs.
Yeah, so over here I did nothing. They just chilled out. Yep. Here I left them where they were. They didn't stormtrooper, so I was in position. I fired. I killed 1 more there, so they're at half.
Yep.
I fired a shot over here with the martyrs. Came out, killed 1 there, killed 1 Stuart with the other 2.
Yep.
Planes and Nebs came in here. Nebs took care of 1, and Planes took care of Matilda and bailed another T-60. So
the T-60. So what's their front armor? Like 2 or 3?
3.
It's not bad for how small and cheap they are.
But bombs at 5.
But yeah,
because they're so small. That's why they're 3.
Oh. So what turn is it now? 3 coming up?
Going to 3, yeah.
And it's a turn 8. When you start pulling things, though,
I start getting counters because I'm at 5. I'm actually going to pull a platoon. My turn. And I'm probably going to pull my half-strength martyrs. So
makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. On.
Because he's just doing the bottoms.
Okay, so there you go.
Dinner, winner, chicken dinner. So what do we got?
What did I do? I shot over there, didn't do anything to the infantry. I blew up 1 martyr with the Stuarts.
Cool.
And these guys failed to hit, I believe.
Yeah,
they need to hit the the previously bailed out.
He didn't get unbogged, but he did jump. The commander jumped in another vehicle.
Okay, and some more of these guys popped into this field here. Now, are you guys counting this field the same as this field here?
No, because it's by height.
Because it's plowed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just wondering.
These guys half stayed. The Pioneers half stayed, half went.
Okay.
With the company.
Now, just a dumb rules question. These guys still count as being dug in then?
Yeah, it's gone to ground, and being dug in is a team-by-team basis.
Okay.
So even if you run 1 guy out, he is not gone to ground.
Okay.
You shoot at him as if he.
So basically now it's the whole splitting of the platoons, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So he can now shoot at either remnant?
Yeah, he can, absolutely. If he shoots here, then he's going to be needing 7s.
Because of...
Yeah. If he shoots over here, it's a totally different story. So they're going halfway here just because I got the threat of the Matilda. The Panzer ends were here shot. I also missed, but I did stormtroopers, so I'm kind of tucked back in here.
Cool.
Here I kind of neutralized some of the threat because I did kill 1 Matilda. I did bail. He's now below half strength, so it's going to be a repetitive skill check. Martyrs helped
Well,
out.
it's only if he takes more casualties, right?
Exactly, which I'm confident.
Hopefully.
I'm confident that I can get one a turn.
Yeah.
No planes this turn, but I did drop smoke over this section, so it kind of neutralizes his shooting coming in here. So
Cool.
I'm just delaying.
And what turn is it
This
upcoming
is
now?
coming 4. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
so
I'll
it's
be
only
pulling,
turn 8.
I'll
Yeah,
be
you're
pulling
pulling.
this next turn.
Cool. All right, we'll catch at the end. All right, so what do we got?
Lots of burned out tanks.
Yeah.
I shot a couple times. I managed to kill the martyrs.
Yep.
Cool.
They retreated and within 8, and they got scared and.
But you actually got the victory point rather than you just ran away. So you got you got a platoon.
You
Okay.
tried to withdraw them and they failed their test.
Okay.
These guys moved up.
Yeah.
That was about it for my turn.
Okay, and then on Sean's turn.
They stayed still.
still.
The rest of these guys continue moving over here, so they've taken position in this woods to cover this objective.
Yep.
Just because it'd be the fallback direction. Panzerens came up again, didn't shoot, didn't hit. He didn't hit me. Didn't even bother shooting at the Matildas this turn because they decided not to come closer. Like you said, you talked about the Martyrs. These guys sat tight, called in planes. They got 3 of the Stuarts, so they're at half, they're below half, and they're at half.
So it's tipping point basically.
Yeah,
So turn 5
but he is
comes up.
technically up 1 victory point currently.
Okay,
So.
and so what did you have to pull?
I had to pull the Martyrs, and because they were within 8, I had to make a motivation. They failed, so they were. I only had.
Oh,
one
right.
left. I only had
So
one
you
left
failed.
anyways.
Right, you failed the motivation test
Yeah.
when you had to pull
They were
them
going
rather than-
anyways.
Passed the
but-
one
cost-
for the test and then failed the one.
But basically, so the difference was if he just pulled them off, you wouldn't get the platoon kill, but because he didn't, you get the platoon
Well,
kill.
you pulled them off, but because they were within 8, you had to check. Because
But
they're
that's what I
below
mean.
half.
Yeah.
Yep.
They would have been gone regardless, but you get the point at least.
Yeah, he gets a point.
Okay, cool. So catch you at the end of this next turn. All right, so what do we got?
I assaulted into him. He destroyed all my T-60s.
Uh-oh.
Well, they failed their morale check and fled after being destroyed. My Matildas also assaulted. They just bounced and retreated. He broke off, I believe.
Right.
These guys moved up in my turn
Yeah.
and shot ineffectively.
Right.
These my Su-85s took the opportunity since the Panzers were behind the woods. They moved up.
They moved up, yeah.
And that's my turn.
Okay, and on your turn?
On my turn, these guys stayed still.
Yep.
Panzerens came up, decided not to shoot there. Shot over
Opened up
here.
on them.
Yeah, bailed 2. Actually, bailed 1, killed 1. The Nebs took care of the other one. I was hoping to make them disengage.
Right.
Here, I moved these guys back and then Stormtrooper forward to get out of 16 here. I had 1 dice for planes. I got 1, and then I rolled 3 planes. They came in, killed another Matilda, forced the morale, which he made. Actually, he failed. Attached the company command. He made that.
Right.
Here, I took care of these guys in assaults. Moved out 2 flamethrowers, killed 1, bailed 2. They're down to 1 Stuart. So everything I think is at half or below for you currently, right?
Yeah. And if we're going to turn 7?
Turn 6. Yeah, so I'm pulling this turn.
Wow, yeah. Alright, well, we'll catch you at the end. Alright, so what ended up happening, Chris?
My
Looks like
Su-85s managed to not hit anything.
that's...
I pulled everything around here to do one last assault on the middle.
Right.
Everything bogged down on the railroad. And then that was my turn. So I went on to his turn of...
And so he ended up...
I just moved these guys over just for insurance if need be. The bog guys here, and I just moved my flamethrower and ended up taking care of the bailed bog guys. I put Nebs in there for good measure. I actually killed 1 there, brought planes in for good measure, forced another morale check there, and then basically just sat where I was because I only had to... Well, I was just trying to get the extra VP,
So you end up winning.
5-2, yeah.
5-2, okay.
Yeah, it's a 5-2.
Oh, good thing you got that 1 platoon at least, so it wasn't a 6-1.
There you go.
So, I know there's less than 24 hours, but any list changes in the works there, Chris?
I'm very tempted to take out the Su-152s.
You have 12 hours and 50 minutes to change your list.
That's right.
For a unit of infantry, because I think against other infantry lists, it's nice to have that unit of infantry that can support the tanks.
Well, that and if you're in a... Not this mission, obviously, but if you've got an objective in the backfield...
Well, the idea was to have the 2 assault units backfield, and then everything else push forward. Because if you break through a unit of tanks, then
it's over anyways.
Yeah. So it's sort of that. Hopefully, my 3 units moving up or 4 units moving up will keep anything from encircling me and going down.
Right.
Is the idea. And then
Cool.
the other long-range catapults.
And I think since you're traveling, you don't really get a choice. Well, you have a ton of stuff in there.
I got lots of stuff, and I'm going to keep what I got.
You're going to keep what you got?
Yeah,
Alright.
let's roll with what I got. So.
Alright, cool. So
Yep.
who's playing next?
I have no idea.
Or wants to.
I'll stop filming this and start the next one.